Vigo IT Solutions. We're an IT managed services company. Essentially our main product is we provide support and maintenance of IT systems. We also install new IT systems as well. Over the past few years we've expanded, and we've also moved into the telecoms arena. We do many other things as well. We do security, we do projects, we do compliance and GDPR as well, but the core part of our business is still IT services. I started off really in a dual role doing IT support, and I was also doing graphic design. It was actually very difficult keeping the skills up in both aspects of the work I was doing, so after about 3 to 4 years I decided I need to specialise in one of them, so I really focused entirely on the IT side. And then I spent the next 10 years with a few different companies, Scottish Power, Hewlett-Packard, a big American defence contractor called SAIC as well, and I developed slowly into project management, and then I moved into management as well. And then when I was 34 years old, I thought, I'm at the right age, I've got the right skill set, it's time to set up my own company now. And 10 years on, I'm still around. It's very important to me to develop our own staff and develop young people. I've always found that if I'm able to train staff in the way that I want them to work, they slot more easily into the company and our ethos. Nearly all of our staff I've recruited after A-levels, so 18 years old. They've come to the company mostly through apprenticeships. The vast majority of them now are actually the early adopters, the early staff I took on. They actually are my senior management team now. I get much better results if I'm able to actually train staff myself from scratch. 2 years isn't actually that far away, so I would expect that we would continue to have growth. More importantly, it's very important to me that we keep all our current staff that we have, and they all stay happy and motivated. I think it's important that all the staff feel valued by the company, and that's not just with remuneration. We do a lot of events internally. It's a relaxed working environment, but everybody knows that their opinions will be listened to. It's important to me that when the staff, that they actually look forward to coming into work in the morning, and we do have that kind of culture, so it's the whole package. It's making the staff feel valued. That was a long time ago, probably over 20 years ago I started in the IT industry. I think that, I remember years ago people saying IT would get easier, it would become more user-friendly. I actually think the reverse is true, because IT now, people expect it to do so much more. So IT now, as it's branched into telephone systems, it's branched into CCTV. Technology is so pervasive in society, and everybody wants technology to be interlinked. It actually becomes more complex. So I think that was proven wrong when people thought that things would get easier. I think if anything it's got more complex, which is good for us because there's a market out there for the work that we do. I think the cyber threats have changed a lot over the past 5 years. It used to be that many cyber threats and viruses, hackers were doing it for bragging rights, so there was less intent to monetize the actual hacking. Now it's essentially everything's monetized, so it's done for a reason, and that reason's financial. So things like ransomware are more prevalent, spam is more professional the way it's delivered, and people will try and get around spam filters. It's essentially criminal gangs who are running it now, as opposed to individuals from their bedroom. When you're looking at security of your business and IT security, especially over the past couple of years, really you need to look at security in its entirety. So your physical security of your premises ties in equally as important as your IT security. The advent of GDPR as well has changed things, because the punishments are so much harsher than they would have been in the past. You really need to look at what the weakest aspect of your business is, or where security is at its weakest, and then look to mitigate that and make it stronger. Really, your business is only as strong as its weakest point, so you have to look at everything. You have to look at your user passwords, you have to look at which members of staff can access which part of the system. Is that appropriate? You need to look at your firewalls, you need to look at your antivirus, you also need to look at your GDPR policies. It's really wide ranging, and the physical security that you have on site as well. So you have to look at everything altogether. So if anyone has any questions, we're always happy to oblige and speak to them. If it was myself, I wouldn't give any advice to myself. I've made some mistakes running my own business and in that career, but you learn from them. I think if you never make a mistake, you can get complacent. So I think it's important to make those mistakes and appreciate that you've learned from them. So I'd probably give myself no advice at all and just say, just trust yourself and get on with it. You'll be fine. It's very important to be involved. I mean, I've found that the Chamber runs a huge amount of events, and I always try my very best to attend as many as possible. It works out very well for us. The amount of networking we do and the amount of profile and reputation we have via the work we do with the Chambers is huge, and it's important for any business, I think, who wants to engage with the Chamber to make sure they do exactly that and actually engage with the Chamber. You need to go to them as much as they need to go to you. It's important for me at Vigo that as we continue to grow, we maintain that level of customer service that we're quite famous for and our clients appreciate. So it's maintaining that as we continue to develop. It's a very customer services orientated industry, and we do try to do things differently to our competitors. And I feel that customer services and that level of service that my staff provide is the differentiating factor. So we need to maintain that going forward.